Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about hotkeys. Now, hotkeys are shortcuts you do with your fingers on the keyboard rather than using a traditional mouse. Now, the reason I use hotkeys is for two reasons. One, I'm more efficient, faster in general when you're not dragging and clicking and moving using your mouse. And two, it shows a sense of competency, such as when you have somebody observing you using the computer and you can make things flash left and right and switch between things. It instills competency in your abilities to do work. I don't know why. I think it's like a psychological thing with just people who don't have this stuff memorized. They think, oh, you must be good at tech, you must be smart, you must be hardworking. And I'm not exactly sure why this is a thing, but I've noticed this and people will give me compliments on my computer skills, and personally I don't think my computer skills are that great. I just have a few things memorized to make things a little faster. So that is what I'm going to be going over today. There will be other videos for hotkeys in Excel, which I would need a whole video on, and hotkeys in Bluebeam, like a PDF software. But right now we're going to stick to Windows Explorer, Chrome, and just general Windows navigation. Now, I don't know any of the MacBook hotkeys. I don't use a MacBook really, so I think the command is the same thing as the control, so it's probably going to be something very similar. First one I want to go over is general navigation, right? When you want to open any of your apps on the bottom of the screen here, they go in a sequential order. So this would be 1, Excel would be 2, and Word would be 3. So if you want to open any of these, you press Windows and then the number associated with the order of the app. So if I wanted to open my Windows Explorer, I would do Windows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would press Windows 7. So I'm going to press that now. And it opened on my other screen, so I'm just going to move it over using Windows Shift Left, and there it is. I personally don't use Windows 7 to open up Windows Explorer because there's an easier way. So if I go ahead and minimize that, and I want to open a brand new Windows Explorer, I press Windows E, which also opened up on my other screen, so I'm going to move that over. And here's a new one, so you'll see there's 2 in my windows now. Now, if I want to minimize this, I would press Windows down. If I want to maximize this, I press Windows up. And then I go Windows down, and let's say I want to put on the right side of my screen, Windows right, right? Windows left to move it back, and then left one more time. And then that's how I kind of navigate this guy. Now it's going to want me to pick another screen, but I don't want to. So I move that one away. That's generally how I open up Windows, is just Windows E. Okay. Now, if you want to move things to the screen, I showed you it's that Windows Shift if you have multiple monitors. If you don't have multiple monitors, don't need that short key or hotkey. The Windows and then the keys on the right that are up, down, left, right, you just have to play with it, right? Just like anything else. Now, that's kind of your general navigation. Within Windows, so if I do Windows E and I open up another one, and let's move it over, so Windows Shift Left. Now I have this whole Windows, right? If I go into my desktop, let's say I want to put a folder in here, you're going to press Windows Shift N to create a new folder. I don't know why. Oh, my bad. It was Control Shift N. I get kind of nervous when I'm filming. I do it so naturally when I'm not, and then when I say the words, for some reason I slip it up. So that was Control Shift N, and then you just can immediately type into here like folder 2. Enter to get this to work. Now if you want to so if let's say I'm on here, right, and I'm going through here, and let's say I want to rename this folder, I would press the key F2 to get in there, and then you can rename it as you please. that's a good tip, and it works in almost anything when you want to get inside something. F2 works in Excel, it works in Bluebeam, it works in a lot of different places. If you're hovering over something and you want to jump into it, you can press F2 and then escape. If you don't want to deal with it, Windows down, down. And that is kind of some navigation within Windows Explorer. I'm sure there's lots of other shortcuts, but I don't have many more than that memorized, just because I'm always creating folders and I always need to open Windows Explorer. So those are my two quick tips there. Now, if I have Windows E open, right, and I want to get rid of this or minimize it, I press Control W to just, it'll exit. That's like pressing the X button. And that typically will work with other applications as well. So if I open up Chrome, and let's say I'm here and I have my mouse here and I have my hands on my keyboard and I want to switch to Chrome without going and clicking down here to get to Chrome, and I'm in between apps, what I'll do is I'll press Alt Tab and it opens it up. And by clicking Alt, holding Alt down and tab, 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 I can tab through my different applications that I have open. So I could tab my way to there. If you press Shift Tab, you'll go backwards. And so I go and tab to here, it opens it up on my other screen, so I'm just going to do Windows Shift Left, and bam, I'm here. Now, it might seem like a lot of work, but once you have this so memorized, it's just like things just flash, and they just lose their mind, I don't know. So now I'm in here. If I want to get into that bar, like I did just now let's click out of it. Let's just say I'm here. You press Alt-D to get into the www.address bar, and then you can type in whatever you want, right? Now, if I wanted, let's say I'm here, and let's click out of it, and I want to press plus without, dragging it over, I just press Control-T, and then I'm automatically in here. And then I can start typing for YouTube or whatever. This will make you significantly faster in Chrome. Now, if I want to get rid of this tab and I'm like, okay, I'm done with it, you press Control W again to exit out. So that will it's just like pressing the X button. And so these are kind of the things I'm looking for. I also have one more that I use pretty frequently, and that is Control Shift Escape. Opens up the task manager. This is when something's really annoying me and it's like not responding. I can come in here and press End Task pretty quickly by just having that window pop up really fast. So, but you'll notice, like, sometimes I'll use my mouse, sometimes I use my keyboard. That's just because some applications, they do have short keys, but I don't have every single one memorized. I'm not to the point where I'm fully autonomous on the keyboard. I still depend on my mouse quite a bit, but I'm trying to work more on this. I have the short keys or hotkeys that I use most frequently are in Excel and in Bluebeam, and I have those so memorized that all my stuff is mainly on the keyboard. Navigating Windows, it's lower on the priority, right? So my biggest tip for you is, no matter what industry you're in or whatever job you have, if you use a software a lot, such as Excel, Microsoft Word, even Outlook, learn the short keys. Like, we can even go over some Outlook ones here as well. So if I want to create a new email, Control N, and it popped up on my other screen, so I'll pull it over. Control N, right? If I want to send it, I press Control Enter. So that's one. If I wanted to respond, let's say I'm on this Apple News and I wanted to respond to everybody on the email chain, I do Control Shift R. Let's discard that. And if I wanted to respond just the person who sent it to me, I press Control R. Shift for if you want to respond to the whole group. R if you just want to respond. If I wanted to forward this, Control F. And then I can immediately start typing. And I press Escape to get out of it. And then obviously Control Enter to send. And it's just like small things like that. When I really need to send an email, I'm just Control New, blah, 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 Tab, blah, 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 Tab, blah, 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 Enter, type your message, Control, Enter, bam, my message sends. So it's so fast, rather than, going in here, clicking new email, you know, clicking in here, clicking your person, clicking here, click, click, click. It's just all time that could be saved, you know. And I'm sure there's much more. I use these quick steps in order to file things. So if I wanted to file something, I press Control-Shift-8 to file it here, Control-Shift-9 to file it here, Control-Shift-3 to file it here on my emails, which I will do another video on how I use Outlook. Another time. I'm worried I'm gonna show you confidential information here, so I'm gonna get out and see. Even there, I clicked the minimize with my mouse because it's really hard to be fully autonomous on the keyboard. But what you can do is you can do your best to at least get little chunks that you're repeatedly doing it. If you do it more than like 3 or 4 times a day, learn the short key. It'll save you so much time, and people are impressed, and they'll be like, what was that one that you just learned? And so I'm huge on hotkeys and short keys, and I think they bring a lot of value. And so that's really it as far as this video goes. Let me know if you think of any short keys or hotkeys that you think would be very useful. I'm always up to learn more. Obviously, I'm no computer whiz, but I can navigate the computer pretty well using the Alt tab and switching back and forth and all that. And I'm going to do another video on Excel and then Bluebeam to show you those are where my more advanced memorization of the hotkeys lay, not so much in the Windows. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.